Alright, welcome back everyone. Today we are aiming for Diamond 3 and potentially breaking my most recent peak, actually, which is D3 somewhere in, I believe, like 40 LP or so. So, we will see. Of course, the most important part of playing Yuumi properly is making sure that your pre-mate is a jungler, because jungle is the most broken role in the game. So if you have a pre-mate jungler, it will be very, very good. Today we will be running Guardian instead of Airy, actually. I've been trying it off stream and it yielded me pretty good results, actually. Overall, you of course have less poke, but that gets outweighed by the extra shielding and protection value you have. It's mostly great in the comms where your ADC would die so fast that you can't even press E in time, or your entire ult doesn't have time to go off. And yeah, of course it kinda sucks because this middle 3 here is wasted. You don't really use any of these. I mean, I guess bone plating for when you go off and like block something, but not gonna lie, it doesn't really matter what you take here. Jin is gonna be a very nice example, actually. I mean, I guess you could press E in advance, anticipate when he shoots your ADC in the head, but well, you know what I mean. Oh, the Yunara pick is actually fantastic with Yuumi, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Yunara Q applies on hit with the bounces. The big thing here is Yuumi's extra healing on W is also an on-hit effect, which means in turn Yunara applies said on-hit healing a lot of times if she autos the wave. You heal like 20 to 30 HP with each auto attack, which is a ton early in the game. So Yunara is one of the best AD carries to flip level 1 with. Pyke of course is very scary, but if it's doable, Yunara is the ADC for it. This is exactly the game I was referring to. They have Rengar, Jhin, Pyke, are a very high burst comp. The biggest problem here though is those are Serpent's Fang champions. Serpent's Fang is the biggest bane of your existence, even more than anti-healing. Let's hope we don't get cheesed somehow and throw the game instantly. But I think you should be fine. 4 million master region, nice. Otherwise, I think top lane should be fine. The biggest threats are just gonna be Rengar here. Yep, just Rengar. Ahri if she gets very fed, but I think she shouldn't be that big of a problem. Like by herself. She can make catches. But like the people that are gonna actually run us over are just gonna be Rengar. That's it. Unfortunately, Yunara isn't that popular nowadays. But I mean, hey, when you see one once in a while, it always makes me happy. It's one of the best AD carries with Yuumi there's. People pick Zarya mod. and I get it because of like back then Yuumi was really strong, but Zeri is also a very weird champion that can be abysmally useless. So it isn't like a clear-cut thing that Zeri is always good with Yuumi, in my opinion. We should also win any and all All-ins thanks to Lethal Tempo and stuff, but they have stronger poke. If we get Pike hooked, it's still a really, really big problem though. To be perfectly honest, Pike is still Pike, one of the best supports against Yuumi. He can buy Serpent's Fang, he can catch the AD carry pretty easily. He roams a lot, which is also one of Yuumi's biggest weaknesses. If you have a support that on one hand can completely run over your AD carry, and on the other hand basically win the rest of the map, because surprise surprise, Yuumi doesn't tend to roam that much. Yeah. So if there's a good Pike, a really really good Pike, sometimes it's kind of an auto loss. But yeah. Pike players are not nearly as consistent as Thresh players, which is why Thresh is my desired ban. I'm wondering if all of my explaining will even, lead to anything, because this smells a little bit like a remake, if I'll be honest. Not only a little bit, it's been quite a while in the loading screen actually. Let's see, will we get to play the game? Okay, so I see a lot of people buying a control ward on level 1, which is of course better than potions, because you don't need potions as Yuumi, you don't really get damaged whenever you don't want to be. But I like saving 100 gold to be 100 gold faster to your first item. In my case, it's where you can buy Key of the Goddess in your first backpot, which just really really helps with your early mana problems. Or if you skipped here, you just have Echoes of Hellia that much faster, which is a very very big difference. We can look to cheese here. Idara should be walking up with the wave here, by the way. No Pike can get pressure from this bush. Oh, it's a remake. What a shame. Well, that sucks. I was actually really thrilled to play that matchup and show how it's done. Pike was even the one who's AFK. Well, we try again. Hopefully we actually get to play a game today, because I actually don't have that much time today. In 3 tomorrow, so I'll probably stream for longer tomorrow then, but today it'll be like an hour or like 1.5. If it's a long game, we might only be able to do one, unfortunately. 10 minutes already over and nothing has happened. This content, this is peak entertainment, isn't it? But oh well. While it is true that, of course, you're in a little bit of a rough spot and you're still Yuumi, you have a lot more agency, like for yourself, how to influence the game than people often think. Yumi's skill flaw is basically like under the novel, like standard, of course. It's one of the worst things. So in the game, or easiest gem to pick up, no doubt, but her skill ceiling is a tad bit higher than people give her credit for. I don't think she would have a negative win rate right now if people would play her properly. And with properly, I also mean that you don't watch Netflix simultaneously. So Twitch is already a problem, because Twitch is Twitch and he deals so much damage that even Soraka can't out-heal him. Same with Talon, he just kind of one-shots the AD carry, especially if he discovers that Serpent's Fang is an item. Katarina has built an anti-healing, which, yes, it isn't as bad as anti-shielding, but it's nonetheless something that works against you. Lulu is one of the strongest pillars in the game, so the game is already looking very cooked. But we will make it work nonetheless. Top lane last pick. Camille. I mean, Camille can also kinda just one-shot Yasuo, but at least we have some agency against Twitch's ulti. I mean, their comp is good, but we also have a lot of synergy with Anya, Yasuo, and Diana. Oriana also has a knockup, actually. It might not be that horrible, on the other hand. Okay, much faster loading screen. This is a game that actually goes through, thank God.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
So, attempt number 2. You can actually flip most level 1s. Unfortunately, we don't have a Yunara anymore. But if you land your Q, this on-hit bonus actually matters way more than most people think. If you hit your Q, go off, use exhaust and auto-attack the AD carry together, you win against basically everything that is not Caitlyn. Lulu is still a problem though, especially for a champ like Yasuo that wants to go in. In all-ins, early we can consider blocking Lulu passive, but when she has polymorph up, it's really bad, because if we do get polymorph, we just die. I haven't lain that much with Yasuo yet, so I don't exactly know his all-in windows on bot lane. But I imagine it won't be too different from his usual shenanigans in mid lane. Okay, nice tornado by the Ionian swordsman. I should be saving my mana more, only queuing when mana flows up, because becoming this early is really bad, of course. Something I recently started doing is actually on level 3, you put 1 point into E before you start maxing Q. The reason being that on level 3, most of the times an all-in will happen, and the attack speed and extra shielding you get is way more valuable in an all-in scenario than just having a little bit of poke. Yeah, well, I wanted a little bit too much there, I guess. That's on me. Katarina was bot lane as well, on level 4. Well, this sucks. I think if I have more mana we can win that, but not like this. We can technically get close onto Twitch, but him being ahead is always really tough. Especially with a Lulu, of course. Usually, when your AD carry does something that you know they won't win, you just abandon them, since you're free double kill if you don't. But I can't tell if Yasuo would actually win stuff like that. I don't know his champion that well yet. I feel like it was a much more popular pick a few years ago than it is now. Yeah, I don't know what this guy is doing. Okay, now we learn about the emergency eject rule. What we are gonna do now is we are gonna leave him as soon as possible. You preferably want level 6 first and your first item Echoes of Helia, since you're kind of useless before you have those. But right now, if you die 2 times in a row, they will be so ahead that it does not matter what you do, they will always outdamage your heals. So our plan is staying actually off of Yasuo, not getting past the CS number so we can transfer our best friend passive onto someone else as fast as possible. And we hope for the best that he doesn't run it down even harder. I mean, currently we don't really have anyone to play for. You don't want to soak your lane as XP though. That's really, really important. You just put them behind that way. What we are gonna do once we have first item, we're gonna run into a lane. We are gonna all in enemy laner together and then just leave. So they have an XP advantage or better wave state, stuff like that. And then you're just gonna look to go to someone else, like the jungler. He's gonna be your main host, just running around, putting more pressure on, enabling them. And whenever you have your cooldowns up, you can go gank a lane and try to force a heavy trade that can snowball into something greater. Okay, nice top lane XD here. Exists. It's a phenomenon. Okay, I don't know why he used his ulti there. Everyone is just kind of losing, which sucks, of course. At this point, it's really hard to play for anything. They kinda outscale us as well, I feel like. Okay, step 1 is complete. We just need a little bit more gold, then we can go on our journey to get milk. Okay, it's really good that Diana gets drops here.
Enemy killing spree.
Wait, I just realized Katarina's going AD for some reason. That means they are full AD now. Should be very beneficial for Ornn at least. They have all forms of attack damage actually. Sustained damage, crit damage, lethality, bruiser, heat to damage. I guess the true damage doesn't really count, but you know what I mean by like this kind of fighting style. But here we just try to share the minions as best we can, and then we just skedaddle the first chance we get. There's no parallel universe we manage to win any fight here. Okay, Diana is chirping. I mean, I can't walk up there as long as Twitch is out of vision. Do they just ward it? Yep, they are on Drake. That sucks. problem is that they have CC, so I can't face check safely. Because Twitch has so much damage by now that he just one-shots me if my W goes on cooldown one time. We might just need to play for one.
I won't lose you, Book. Not after losing Master.
Well, at least he isn't flaming us, which I appreciate dearly.
Enemy killing spree.
Only a little bit more till we have echoes. Then we can actually make a play. You shouldn't ignore these cinders, by the way. They are so strong. I see so many players just not taking them when they could. It's so much haste that you get for free. It's actually insane. Especially nowadays with Azad revealing how strong haste truly is. I'm actually baffled how many players miss out on that stuff. Yeah, Ariana, I'm just collecting the cinders, calm down.
Keep an eye out for Red Dot, Book. It's gotta be here somewhere.
Just look at this, by the way. 12 haste for free. I'm on 40 ability haste now. That's half of an item. That's one of these. 900 gold for free, basically. Okay, now we have the problem of Twitch actually being on the map. I'm just gonna stay with Diana here. I can't save him. Well, that was awkward. We separated. Yeah, the game looks pretty lost. I don't think we will have F, because of course you can always play out the game, but
Save the world again.
this is gonna be a Zeni Zaf one.
An ally has been slain.
I'm just gonna stall on my vote. And Diana's dead also, possibly.
I have the best aim in the spirit realm.
Problem is we don't really have a win con right now, I feel like. Which kinda sucks, of course. Don't think this was an all-in we should have taken. Why are we doing that? We are just inting, sadly.
It's okay. We've got 6 left. Or was it 5?
We can't fight anyone. Thank God. Thank you, Diana. Well, there goes my trauma with warding. When someone dies that you're sitting on, remember to press W and point your mouse in the direction you want to run away to. Right as they... Oh. Okay. Well, anyhow, as I was saying, that just helps you cover a little bit more distance. In some cases, it will be the difference maker if you make it to the next person you can jump on, or not.
Is it time to save the world again?
Bro, what is happening? What was that on ult, by the way? It's so weird. Every time I play Yuumi on stream, I just have 5 losing lanes. Like in this game, it's not even like support roam anymore. It's just everyone is just getting stomped really, really hard. Please don't go in, Diana. I beg of you. Please. It didn't work the last 10 times you tried. It's not gonna work this one. Okay, we killed someone. I can't believe it. Okay, we're willing to play the game, which is good. I'm too afraid to clear that ward, to be honest. If Talon or Twitch just spawns inside me, I pop like a balloon. Before I can even finish my W. Okay, well, Twitch is top lane, but my point still stands.
Today we are destroyers.
Is Diana winning that? No, she isn't. I don't know why everyone's 1v1ing in incredibly losing games so often. I mean, non-ironic, you think we go on next? Yeah, we can't go on Oriana anymore. Yeah, I'm not. That's not gonna fly. Oh, Camille just input. Yeah, and that's talent for you.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed. Your turret has been destroyed.
Wow, there's absolutely nothing we can do here. GG, well played, I guess. Sometimes you just have games like those. I guess they tried. I appreciate them not flaming though. And that really sucks, unfortunately. Ah, I wish I could have laned with that Yunara. That game would have been so much better on so many levels. But we have to keep trying. That was a really tough comp to go up against. We had our own synergies, but it was primarily within Yasuo, comboing with the knockups, and you know, just everyone just kind of immediately lost. Well, we hope this game goes slightly better. GG to everyone though. I know Oriana wanted 2FS and I don't blame her, but overall I think the team stayed fairly calm, which I appreciate. You don't see that a lot. Let's see what we have this game. One of the worst AD carries is stuff like Smolder that doesn't really auto-attack. Mages are even worse. You can make some cases for people like Swain, but that's only if enemy team is so bad that that Swain wins by himself. Jhin is also kind of awkward, but later you give him like 100 extra AD thanks to his passive, so it's still fine. If I carry, you become my pocket Yuumi. No promises. We even wrote it. Viego mid lane. No, wait, Scuttlecrab. Top lane. Riven players, am I right? Oh, yeah. Sadly. He's pulling out the Shyvana. He's tryharding now. Okay, so here's the thing. Nautilus is actually really horrible for us because he can point and click catch the AD carry with his ulti, and his hitbox is the bottom half of the map, so it's undodgeable. And you can't block anything against Nautilus. And you also can't ever go off because he autos you once and you die, because he puts your W on cooldown with his auto attack route. On the flip side, most Nautilus players have severe brain damage actually, so it's still a playable matchup for that reason, Somi. Okay, well, we don't have a front line, and they do have really great front lining and diving potential. So if we, well, yeah, genius revelation. If we don't win, we lose. But I don't think I can play Jhin level 1 for the cheese. Ambassador Jungle scares me most, to be honest. That champion is a crime against humanity. No, bush control is really important, actually. And that is why you're gonna start walking by yourself, because most AD carries will actually still be asleep when the game starts. And that will be the difference maker between you making it to that bush and putting a ward down and not being able to do such thing. Yep, look. Jin would have been very late. Okay, they hide in the back bush, luckily. This one is awkward, of course, but if you walk with the wave, you're fine mostly, because my Q can just reveal them if I manage to hit it. Jin is also a very weird ADC because he's not a conventional one. Traditional AD carries are best with Yuumi, of course, you want some mobility. Yunara, Ezreal, Jinx, those are off at the top of my head the 3 best AD carries in my opinion. And the ones I personally like the most to have in my games. I mean, something you can do is trying to bait Nautilus into walking into you by going off and instantly going back on, because he thinks he can auto you. Okay, so far this game is looking much better than the last one already. Much more playable. We're trying to help Jin last hit here. Okay, missing. In summary, Yuumi has a massive downside to her being able to always support the person she wants to without risk of being caught herself, in that sense. Because if you have a diving champion or something like Vayne is a great example. Vayne ulting and ghosting and tumbling into the enemy team, you can't just run after her if you play Soraka. You're gonna instantly die. But as Yuumi, you can sit on Vayne and give her all the buffs you want without really being at risk yourself. The downside is you're gonna have a way lower ward score than enemy support, because you're easily caught if you're alone. And your ADC can't really afford to go ward for you, unless like in the position so you can put a ward down for them. And you also have no map presence. Nautilus can roam way better than I can. And it's a very feast or famine concept. If you're behind, you're very, very useless, but if you're sitting on someone who's super fed, it's gonna seem like you're the most broken champion in the game. Yeah, he tries outing you. If we can, we're gonna try to block the Jinx W, I think it is. I can never remember. I always thought there was a Q, the zap gun, but then I learned that's actually her swapping thing. The rocket too, but I have had cases where I actually griefed my AD carry by blocking it. Because the rocket itself wouldn't have hit, but the explosion did after I blocked it, so the more you know. Okay, Shyvana wants to gank here. We can give Jin some mana. speaking of mana, I don't have any. You just heal before the ignite. Ah, I got rooted the last second. I got greedy. I could have lived that. But I think overall we played that pretty well.
It's okay. We've got 6 left.
An ally has been slain.
I didn't think his CD would be up. I didn't pay attention to that. Like the on-unit CD for the auto-attack route. Great gank by Shyvana though. Well, so much for that. The game just took a little bit of a different turn.
Where to, Book?
Ah, she was in 6-2. I guess Jin should have helped there. Maybe I should have said yes to Riven. She doesn't seem particularly motivated to carry the game though, as it seems. Oh, I should have pinged Populous.
Ally has been slain.
I'm asleep today, it seems. I saw someone here.
Lay on your back and
An enemy has been slain.
Yuumi Q hitbox is sometimes very weird. No. Okay. Of course I missed it on purpose so Jin can take it. After I don't want to KS, you know? I tried to share that minion. It's looking pretty rough, to be honest. You know what? I'm gonna contest drops with Shyvana here. Not level 6 yet, but we will see how that turns out. She has a full item, so she's pretty strong. That'll make up for my lack of XP. She just needs to pick me out. Ambessa should not be bot side actually, because she just was bot before. So I'll stay here just in case. Nautilus is mid lane as well. Just getting this done as quickly as possible. Great that Nautilus actually roamed. Of course it sucks that they killed Zed, but that means they won't dive my AD carry. The Mao Nautilus. We should have just left here. That was nothing to fight over. I see that quite often actually. Like, you take an objective, it wasn't really contested, and then you spot the enemies afterwards. Then you just fist fight and lose any advantage you previously had.
The bookkeeper isn't grateful for someone as responsible as me.
Okay, Nautilus is back. Down here, he's actually ahead in items. But Jinx Has basically no items, those are all fairly useless. So we just chill on bot lane for it a bit. Maybe we can play for Drake. And otherwise, you know, we just give one Drake, go first item, and we scale. We have a really, really great scaling. Plus extra AD you can give Jhin, can actually incur a one-shot later on. And although he doesn't really have dashes or anything, Jhin has a great escape with all the move speed he has. If you E him after he crits someone later, that's just phenomenal. We shouldn't have gone here. Shyvana is forcing. She didn't have prio. They wasted all of my stuff too. They're really important tools, especially early. I shouldn't be just using them. Stuff like that. We are always dead there no matter what happens. We shouldn't even have gone to Shyvana in the first place. Ambessa getting triple kills on repeat is kind of concerning, to say the least. Riven, now would be the time to make the 1v9 plays you mentioned in Champ Select. I'm gonna get Ambessa ulted here. Okay. She's actually top side currently, but on her way back then. Nautilus is mid lane. Oh, if that hits, I think we can kill her actually. Shyvana is invading without insta. And she's dead. No way in hell we can help her. She just needs to run on her own. Okay, now we can fight 2v3. Well. We are flipping so much. I don't think like we needed to do all that, especially of the grubs. That one was the worst one. Echoes of Hellia is such a great item because it basically reverts the rework on Yuumi. She was such a problematic champion mainly because you couldn't get rid of her and she just had 3 healing. The amount of nerfs they did to her E, even taking it to the point so it costs maximum mana, so I can only use it like 4 times before you're out, it shows how broken that was. And like the fact that Soraka needs to hit another skill shot to not kill herself when she presses W on you, same thing. And Echoes of Hellia, who would have thought, actually gives you free sustain. It has a really interesting interaction with Yuumi passive actually, because Yuumi passive triggers when you hit Q, you heal the extra amount with Echoes of Hellia, and then you instantly get new stacks because you Q did damage. So you get a freebie proc, basically. I haven't seen any other champion that has that until now, so I've only seen it with Yuumi. If you can abuse it, abuse it. I don't know if it's intentional either or if this is bugged, but I won't complain. It helps us a great deal. Why is she so aggressive? Ambessa must be nearby, otherwise she's just inting, no? Like, even with Nautilus, get she has Storm Razor, but she's still Jinx, easily pokeable. Come on, hit the shuriken.
Did you recently fish?
Okay, is he dead? Ah, he had flash. Oh, where the hell did she come from? I didn't even see her. In some cases, when your ADC is very ahead or about to do something incredibly crucial, there are times where you just block Ari Charm or Nautilus Hook and you will die for it. But those timings are difficult to figure out because sometimes your healing value would have done more for them even if they get hit by sets you see.
Don't tell anyone, but
It's a shame that Mikael's Blessing is actually a really bad item on Yuumi early, because you don't have a sophisticated heal shield menu yet. And the problem is after you use Mikael's, it doesn't do anything. It's basically like consuming the one questionable use of your gold. Ambesso is such a massive problem though. A broken champion with a lot of gold that has been spoon-fed to them for free is not exactly what you want to be seeing. And Yuumi isn't that great against one-shot champions. Extended fights are where you thrive, which is already kind of awkward because, you know, Jhin can't really apply your W passive that well. How did that fear miss? She was right inside of it, I could have sworn. But yeah, this is just completely forced. And now we can look. Come on, Jhin. I believe in you. I no longer believe in Jhin. Okay, thank God. The shutdown isn't that big anymore though, since he already died once already. Jhin? What are we... Why are we playing like this? I can't quite understand. I mean, no offense to Jhin, but it just looked like he had an aneurysm. We can't allow ourselves mistakes like that when the game is looking like this.
save the world again.
And he's gonna die to set again. Reloading is such a... Yeah, okay, thank God. We managed to get the big shutdowns, but we can't int like that again. We need to be somewhat aware of what we can and can't chase. Especially not following Driven. No offense to her, but she hasn't exactly shown that she knows how to play the game, if that makes sense. Isn't XM art also super outdated by now? So, like very, not even very recent, like it was 2-3 patches ago where they reduced the XMR base values of it now to have less non-assassin champions build it as first item. I thought you would go in harder. My god, I wasted you. You're stalling us, guys. Why is Jin also dealing no damage? Oh, that's why. Okay. No matter the season, no matter the state of the game, the mosquito build will always strike. The Echoes of Hylia nerfs are actually... Okay, Set is the champion. The Echoes of Hylia nerfs are actually way less significant than the Moonstone nerfs in my opinion. You notice it some of the time that your Q doesn't give you as many stacks of Hylia anymore. But in the grand scheme of things, it's still more or less the same thing. I still think it is in every world better than Moonstone in lane. And in lane is the only considerable part where you could make a case for Moonstone on Yuumi. Post lane the item kinda just stops working in your favor because it doesn't shield your ally that you want to protect, but some random other people in your team that you don't care about whatsoever. Your prime priority is keeping the person you're sitting on alive. If you can't do that, you're not Yuumi. If you're not Yuumi while you're playing Yuumi, well, then you're griefing. Well, I don't want to FF. I don't think this game is gonna be something we win. Unless Riven starts pulling her stuff together and Jin is completely 1v9, dodges every single skill shot and every ability, never gets engaged on. And Ambessa has someone with a shotgun break into her house and remove her head clean from her neck. I don't think this is gonna turn out well. Yep, okay. Unfortunate. Jin played well though. GG's to Big Jin. I think we have time for one last one. If we play one more and lose that also, we actually reversed all the progress we made. So that's great. My duo just texted me, can't play like this. Ah yeah, sad game truly. It kinda went well though. Well, I wish you best of luck in your next games, Jin. Well, I'm not a fan of Rapid Fire second. I guess in that game they had a lot of stuff that would just jump at you. If you don't have extra range, well, impossible to play. Well, I guess the one thing that keeps it balanced is I can't abuse Knight's Vow if the game ends before I can ever build more than one item, so shame on me. And now we have Katarina bot lane. I have seen this a couple of times, and I have played with it, and I only won once out of like 8 games or so. And the one we won was where a challenger played with us in Shreks, so I'm not exactly convinced with the pick. Okay. I see our mid laner is German. I mean, not everyone speaks German, and I don't want to cater to just a German audience, so same thing why I don't stream in French. Can speak the language, but I don't want to be exclusively spread my information to exclusively the French popular. So Katarina, anything I should know? Lucian Rel. Rel has a great engage, and her ulti is... Oh yeah, we're not conventional ADCs, we're Katarina. We can dodge Katarina W, but she can basically just with the press of a button cancel Katarina ult, which is quite awkward, I imagine. Lucian, aggressive trading pattern, lots of damage early when we are melee and vulnerable. And the biggest downside in the matchup that the biggest advantage rather Rel has, is that she can shield break us. I can't overheal with my ults, and I can't just E randomly for free attack speeds, just to anticipate damage. I need to hold my CDs, unfortunately. It's too late now, but against champs like Rel, you could make a case for taking Dairy again, since Guardian is very predictable in terms of when it's gonna shield. On the other hand, of course, Lucian will have more burst windows than if you play it on Guardian. It will block a great deal of Lucian's shenanigans. Wait, what?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Kaiser top lane with Storm Raider Surge. I don't think I've seen that ever. Gwen mid lane has also been rising in popularity, I feel like. Yeah, this is already going fantastic.
Today we are destroyers.
I have nothing to go back for, so I'm just gonna soak XP. Wait, I just realized it's Teemo mid lane. Why are all top laners now playing mid lane or jungle and all mages and... Well, so much for soaking XP. I was so distracted by the picks that I forgot to soak XP of the first 2 minions, actually. Average Yuumi player. But yeah, why are so many like mages nowadays just in top lane? Anivia, Aurora. I mean, I guess Anivia is just a really strong champion, but I guess that's why all the top laners have been moving out of that lane, actually. They don't want to play against those new immigrated laners. Teemo mid against Gwen mid though. Still a battling for me. In ranked even. Don't get me wrong, I'm the CEO of supporting of meta picks, but I'm just surprised I see so many weird picks now. Like, look at this game alone. We have Katarina ADC, Teemo mid lane, Gwen mid lane, and Kai'Sa top with Storm Raider. Okay, Diana wants to contest Scuttle. Teemo is helping, luckily.
No, this way. Okay, that way it is.
Well, we did not get the Scuttle. Our jungler is not happy. I considered cancelling Sejuani, but I'm not sure if we wanted that really.
Staying in the spirit realm.
So that was not the play actually, Katarina. I don't think that's quite what she imagined when she went in.
It's just you and me, book.
Teemo is feeling himself. Glad to hear the team morale is high. Although he's feeling himself, Gwen seems to also be feeling Teemo, so... And Kai'Sa managed to kill Gnar. She doesn't have Lethal Temper or Hail of Blades. I'm not sure how that went down exactly. Oh. Close call. Rel also makes us more squishy, which sucks. Why are we fighting? Okay. Oh, that's why. Okay, we just win, apparently. Thank you so much, Diana, by the way. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. That's my duo. Okay, Sejuani is doing Drake now. It's weird, recently the games have been over so fast. I don't know what changed exactly.
Keep an eye out for
That
Red Dot book. It's gotta be here somewhere.
a bit further back, you got 2-3 items really consistently on Yuumi. This is exactly what I shouldn't be doing, by the way, jumping in when I know someone is dead and I die for it as well. Just because you want to save someone doesn't mean you should.
It's okay. We've got 6 left. Was it 5?
You know what? Fair. Merit Kette.
The bookkeeper isn't grateful for someone as responsible as me. What?
Yeah, I can agree with that actually. I didn't think about that. I thought for some reason she didn't have it, so I needed to shield her for her to have a chance of getting out. I was really surprised we managed to kill who was at Rare before on our small all-in. Rill is missing. Never mind, she's back. Okay. Some kind of abilities you can only block early game, like Illusion Ult. It doesn't do that much burst early, but still a respectable amount of damage that you don't want your AD carry to take. But later on just one-shots you in half a second when you try to block it, so you should capitalize on it when you have the chance. Or every 2 levels behind, by the way.
Tell you wanted a brave and powerful warrior by your side.
Oh, yeah, I was too late. I thought we'd be fine. So close. He was barely up. It's a disaster. I guess this somehow happens every game.
Is it time to save the world again?
Well, time to play Leona again to win games with an unbelievably unbalanced champion right now. So funny, actually.
Where's my fishy?
I mean, to be fair, whenever like I play off stream, I just also seem to have the winning team. Like I haven't had to really carry as Leona, to be fair. But it's weird. Also in Flex today, I just played Yuumi twice and it went great. I know Flex of course is a different environment than solo queue, but still. Today is not the day, eh?
It's okay. We've got 6 left. Or was it 5?
Well, that's fine. There are days where it goes bad, and there are days where it goes good.
Don't tell anyone, but I love hugs.
But I don't think we can contest the Drake down, to be fair. So the cheese pick has failed to cheese, and once more we have the predicament of not having a singular teammate that's somehow doing well in any regard that we can jump on and play for. And relief. I'm not sure why she keeps fighting that, even though we're behind like 1.5 items now, and also down 2 levels. So the cheese pick is not working, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because Katarina ult actually applies my passive a lot. So if you hit Q,
I won't lose you.
have your W,
Not after losing that.
she gets a lot of on-hit value out of it, but she needs to not be running it down for that.
Book, float us that away.
Yep. Well, I'm sorry, Katarina. I know you're getting zoned from your tower, but there's nothing I can do about that either, because we are so behind. Even if I exhaust, heal, and ulti, they just kill you anyways, which is a major problem. I'm gonna try to transfer my passive onto Timo. Okay, never mind. That's just everyone in our jungle, apparently. What is happening? Today is apparently not a particularly good day.
Is it time to save the world again?
3 games in a row we've had, like, to be fair, the Jhin was good. We had a good Jhin,
An enemy has been slain.
but like top, jungle, mid lane, and 2 out of 3 games. Bot lane has also been hard losing, so. Why am we? Okay. And I get the kill. Oh no.
Where's my fishy fish dish? Ever pretend you're part of the cure? I
Well, Katarina's a little bit upset here, I think. This is actually an angle where you could buy boots because you're running around the map so much, trying to desperately fix things, but it's not gonna do you any good here.
Double kill.
Nothing to be done.
just me.
We are so dead, aren't we? Hey, actually, Katarina is Katarina ring.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Okay, what the hell? Winnable. Hashtag winnable. It's 8 to 21. We can win. Hashtag LPP. This is gonna be the comeback of a lifetime.
Shut down.
I feel like Katarina wants to dive Kai'Sa and I don't like that idea. to be perfectly honest with you. Okay, she's backing off. But honestly, after we got those 2 kills, this is more than winnable. Katarina getting kills. Now I got a shutdown as well. Oh, that's really pretty skin. I didn't know the back was so good. Is that the prestige one? Oh, that's the regular one. Wait, is there a regular one? Was that already before the era of... I don't remember actually. Oh well. It's a nice skin regardless. Maybe we will actually get to do the item combo this game. Freaking stalled it long enough. Oh. I think Katarina also might have been looking somewhere else. That is bad. Oh no. There's the surrender vote. I genuinely think we can somehow pull this back, by the way. Illusion needs to flash away from Katarina. This is doable. He's 2 levels down and an item ahead, and he needs to flash for his life. I like Teemo. Teemo's attitude is great. If we could actually get the druid. Okay, well, just kinda trolled there. Oh, Jungler wasn't here and we just kinda focused the tankiest person that he has. It was a shame though. That could have been a really good play. I love how people are slowly reverting to building the Twain over Dawn and Dusk again. It's a cycle, and then they're gonna buff the item because no one's buying it anymore. But I guess if you're looking for straight up damage, Blitzbane is the better option. Speaking of mistakes, Timo, Katarina and me just made a big one. Get down, Mr. President, our flash. The games today are so atrocious, it's actually insane. 3 times we're just getting completely caved in. Please, Katarina, I don't think... Wait, did we win this? Yeah, we are out of gas. Surely, right? I don't need to take it. Okay, well, we made it to our second item. This is almost a record considering the games today. Kaiser mashes in on us, I feel like we instantly die. I still don't know, like she did it 10 times. I guess it's to get away from top laners in lane or something. But I'm not sure I get the June tech she's running here. Has anyone ever seen that of you? Really? Oh, this applies her stun passive twice, maybe. Never thought about that. That was not the play. The Diana Neuron activation hit too hard. Please, Timo, come save me, Timo, please. Thank you, Timo. Okay, Timo the goat. Okay, Timo. You're a genius. Never mind, they just kill him. And we are done. And she ults me, okay. Maybe Diana cleans up, but I doubt she's gonna be able to kill Gwen. Why am I chaining together so much stuff that I can't speak anymore? These games have taken the toll on my mind. I'm gonna kill Gwen and kill Gwen. I'm actually going insane. But yeah, Timo, I agree. Surely we can win. It's gonna be tough as hell, but I don't think... I think the anti-healing is slightly uncalled for by Lucian. He wasn't even able to heal the damage without anti-healing. I mean, with tea mushrooms we can maybe get an angle onto them. Getting them low and stuff. And what are we doing here actually? Why is everyone so obsessed with dashing into them? Well, what did we learn today, folks? Even if you do your best, sometimes you will have 5 losing lanes in a row. 3 across 3 games, of course, that's the important part. Back to back. But that also means we're gonna win the next games, probably. But that's it from me for today. I have places to be. I mean, hey, at least we're not back at 0, okay? It of course could be better, but... Oh, how sweet. Timo sent us a friend request. I feel bad for Timo. I feel like people like him are like a gem that you sometimes find in the rough of the league gutter. But I guess there wasn't much that we could have done that game. Unfortunate. One day, one of these days, we will be able to finally get to 3 items and then... yeah. I mean, the danger is, I guess, that if you lose early on Yuumi, it's gonna be really, really, really tough to come back. Oh no. Let's see if we have better luck tomorrow. I will most likely be online around the afternoon again. Perhaps even in the morning if I'm feeling spicy. And in those regards, thanks to everyone for watching, for tuning in, for enduring the suffering with us. I feel my duo is probably seething right now. And we will see how it turns out the next time we play. I have a better feeling about next time. And I'll hopefully be finally able to get the item combo to prove I'm not just clickbaiting. Have a wonderful rest of your day.